Hey, happy Video Friday. Coming to you from the floor of my bedroom because, as you know, I always chase the light in my house, and I have Miss Swayze Doodle back here. Say hey, Swayze. I have the dog cage. Yeah, it's just the most glamorous spot to do my videos with 0 bookshelves in the background. I have like a hand weight for my arm rehabilitation. I'm kind of a hot mess doing this Friday video for you. But we're going to talk a little bit about my revised 2021 schedule and what I have coming for you in May. So let's get to it. Okay, so if we're going to go ahead and just mention the obvious, I kind of have a hair issue today. I was trying to put this video together quickly. I did a video that I didn't like so much earlier, but then I had to take Miss Swayze for a walk and it's kind of windy out, so I looked a little better in the first video. So anyone watching this wondering, did she just like wake up and do this video? No, I've been awake and I kind of did my hair earlier, but clearly I won't be doing any hair or makeup tutorials in the future. That's not my area of expertise. So let's just jump into 2021. I discussed my upcoming schedule, I think 2 or 3 videos ago. For 2021 for signings, I was going to be in Iowa at one, Northern Iowa. I had one in Chicago, and then I was going to be in Dallas for a signing. Those have all been canceled. So I have no signings this year, which is on one hand kind of sad, but on the other hand, it's exciting from the standpoint of I will have more writing time for you. So, what am I writing for you? I've discussed this a little bit, but I have a little bit more clarity now. My next release, which I know I've gone a long time between releases. It's the longest I've gone between releases, but I gave you 5 books last year. So this year's probably not going to be 5. I'm thinking you'll get 3 this year. I have a book coming for you in May. It has a title, it has a cover, it doesn't have a blurb yet, but I hope to share all of that good stuff with you in the upcoming weeks here in the next 1 to 2 weeks. I hope to have a pre-order for that book up on all platforms that I can do a pre-order on. We are planning on this book going wide for a little while, for a few days up to a week, and then it will be available on Kindle Unlimited when I do release it to Amazon. It's a way to let everyone on every platform, including those who have Kindle Unlimited, have this book, this new release from me within a week span of the whole thing coming out. So that information will be coming in more detail to you soon. I'm going to talk a little bit about the book that you'll be getting here in just a minute, but let's just jump forward. I am contacting the narrator that narrated the Jack and Jill series, and I'm going to see if she has time in her schedule, which hopefully she will, to narrate One, O-N-E, because I've had a lot of requests for that book to be put on audio. And then I'll have all of the Jack and Jill series plus all the spin-offs from the Jack and Jill series put on audio for you audio readers. Yay! Let's see what else. At the end of the year, I will be putting out the second duet in the Life series. You do not have to read the first 2 books in the Life series to read this next duet. This next duet will have only one connection to the first series, and you don't need to have read the first series, but you should, because it's so good, right? So I'm really excited because has to do with the Life series, has to do with ramifications from somebody having a near-death experience. And so I've been watching some stuff on Netflix, and I'm jumping back into different people's blogs about this and reading up on this more like I did before the Life series, and it's so fascinating. So in the comments below, if there's something you think I should read, whether it be like some vlog or watch some video or movie or documentary or something that you think is really good that has to do with like near-death experiences, put that below. I'd love to know about that. So let's go back to the book that I will be giving you in May. It will be coming out middle to end of May. We're going to talk next week. My publicist and my assistant and I are going to talk next week about the exact details on the release date. So that will be coming to you. But this is a second chance romance book. It's about characters who are a little bit more mature. I haven't been in this book for a while. I kind of stopped with it, wrote something else, and coming back to it. I feel like they're late 30s, early 40s. Isn't that crazy? I don't remember. But it goes back and forth from past to present, similar to like what the Jack and Jill series did. I've had a couple of books do that, and I don't do that with every book, just the ones where it like fits how I want to weave the story together. And I very much like that. This will borderline on women's fiction, and what's so cool about it is this is the first book that I am probably going to write either the whole thing or at least 95% of it will be from the male point of view, which is crazy. It's women's fiction, but it will be from the male point of view. But Emmett is my male character in this book, and this is such a life story. It is a love story, but it is also a life story, and it has a little bit of a serious subject line to it. And I know that it's an odd time to maybe put out something with a serious subject line when we're all coming off of 2020 and probably looking for Hallmark movies and more lighter feeling type books. But this book is going to leave you with a good feeling and optimism, and just I think it is a good book for the time, even though when you start reading it, you might think, whoa, what? Why is she writing this now? But I am so in love with this storyline, and I've been thinking about writing this storyline for probably a couple years now. After discussing it with one of my friends, I just didn't know how I wanted to approach it. But this is, yeah, the back and forth between how this couple meets and they end up getting married and they end up getting divorced. And this isn't your typical reason for getting divorced. And I'm not going to tell you why it is that they get divorced, but this all comes together in this beautiful and then heartbreaking and then humbling moments throughout this book. And I'm falling in love every time I sit down with this book and dive back into it and get little bits and pieces of it worked out. I fall in love with it more and more. And I think you're going to love Emmett and all of these characters. And I think you're going to love the title to the book. I think you're going to love the cover to the book. And if I ever write a blurb, I think you're going to like the blurb to the book. So yeah, can you tell I'm a little excited about that? That's all I've got right now. So I have lots of good stuff coming. I'm hoping in 2 weeks when I do another vlog that I have all the goods to show you and we can dive into this a little bit more. But that's where I'm at. A book coming for you in May, 2 books coming for you probably fall and winter. And gosh, we don't know what's going to happen next year, but when I figure it out, you'll be the first to know. That is it. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Thanks, spring. We'll talk soon. Bye.